Alright, so today we're going to look at solving inequalities by adding or subtracting. Very similar to solving equations by adding or subtracting. First, let's look at the inequality x plus 3 is greater than 10. I can subtract 3 from both sides of this inequality, and it's still going to be true. If I do that, my 3's cancel out, and I'm going to get x is greater than 7. I can check that to make sure it's true by putting any number greater than 7 in for x. Let's just choose 9. So is 9 plus 3 greater than 10? Well, 12 appears to be greater than 10. So my solution, x is greater than 7, checks out. Let's look at another. We have negative 6 is greater than or equal to n minus 5. To get n by itself, we can add 5 to both sides. We get negative 1 is greater than or equal to n. Or in other words, we could say that n is less than or equal to negative 1 and switch that around. Because the smaller side of the inequality symbol is facing towards the n in both cases. So let's just test any number less than or equal to negative 1 in this case. We can try negative 2. So negative 6 is greater than negative 2 minus 5. Well, is negative 6 greater than or equal to negative 7? Indeed it is. So our solution, n is less than or equal to negative 1, checks out once again. Alright, so let's take a look at this inequality. A plus 1/2 is less than 2. Let's subtract 1/2 from both sides so that we get A is less than 1 1/2. If I take 2 minus 1/2, I get 1 1/2. If we can also graph these on a number line, remember, to represent A. So I have 0, 1, 2, we'll say, and then 1, negative 2. I can put a open circle at 1 1/2 and shade to the left, since my numbers are less than 1 1/2, not including 1 1/2. That's why we made it an open circle. Alright, so let's think about this in terms of a word problem. Let's say Antonio has $18 total to spend at a fair. He wants to ride go-karts and play games. The go-karts are going to cost him $5.50. We want to know how much he can have left to play games. How much, in other words, he can spend on games. Well, we know at most he can spend $18. So what he spends has to be less than or equal to $18. We already have to take out for the go-kart, so it's going to be $5.50 for that, plus the remaining amount he has left to spend on games. So let's just solve this. Subtract 5.50 from each side. We get x is less than or equal to, and on our calculator we will get 12.50 or $12.50. So this means that he can spend $12.50 or less on games. Anything under $12.50 will work. And that concludes our lesson on solving inequalities by addition or subtraction.